So right now, I'm talking with Roman. That's him. We don't know each other well, but even texting with him for a little bit, he's the kind of guy I would love to meet. How are you feeling? He says, I'm good. I said, that's good. Will we ever meet? He says, hopefully. When? Next week. Just kidding. So, that joke actually has a lot of dark humor if you know the truth. I'll never be able to meet him because he's dead. I interviewed a woman whose best friend died, and she used all of his text messages and artificial intelligence and created a digital version of him.
I've been working on an AI startup for the last 2 years, and we've been building conversational artificial intelligence. We end up with a program that can talk like a person. I guess I just wanted to see what will happen. Then I had this bot in my phone, and I would talk to him sometimes. And a few weeks later, I realized that I'm at a party and texting with my dead friend for the last 30 minutes.
And it was unbelievable, and you could talk to this bot, and it sounded like him, and it had the same ethos as him. We put it out, and everyone's like, well, you're copying Black Mirror. And I was like, no, Black Mirror was just onto something.
I can sign you up to something that helps. It helped me. It will let you speak to him. I know he's dead, but it wouldn't work if he wasn't. And don't worry, it's not some crazy spiritual thing. He was a heavy user. He'd be perfect.
Please, shut up.
I mean, it's still in beta, but I've got an invite.
Please, shut up.
You won't even have to do anything. I'll just assign...
Shut up!
Take me to even that specific story. I mean, where did the inspiration come from?
It was just after my first son was born, and I spent a lot of time sitting up late at night, like, you know, not going out, not doing anything other than helping feeding this baby and doing like night shifts. And I was on social media and I was looking at my timeline scrolling past, and I just thought, what if all these people were dead? How would I know? And so it sort of stemmed from that. How would I know if these were simulations of people and actually a nuclear war had happened and none of these people were there?
Hello, I blocked myself out of the house again. I'm gonna take you on holidays.
Be right back. You know, it's a story about grief. It's a story about bereavement and about real human story. And it just so happens that rather than the shoebox under the bed where you'd flick through photos, now you have a digital version.
So, how am I sounding?
Whilst Black Mirror is, of course, about technology, often the technology is quite backgrounded and we don't try to make too much of an issue of it, and it's more about contemporary stories. If there's not a human story there, if there's not a character you want to follow, then the ideas are, you know, don't have any anchor, they don't have a root, they're meaningless.
You brought your best friend back in a way through technology. That must be pretty cool for you.
For sure. I remember we had this conversation just before he died, and I asked him, would you go to Mars if you can't go back? He's like, of course I'm going there, like 100%. So he was always like, just about the future, even if it would be, you know, not a happy future, but future.